I'm smashing legs twice a week. I'm doing a heavy low bar day. Some people prefer to do high bar squats when it's hypertrophy training because it can isolate the quad a little bit better. It's all dependent on whatever works for you. For me, low bar squats smash my legs really well and still allow me to keep training for power. I do throw in a second day, which is all front squats, which really focus on the quad development. So I'm hitting the best of both worlds here. But the number one most important thing, if I had to recommend one piece of advice to anybody for optimal leg training, it's to foam roll. So many people miss out on this, but I do this religiously. I foam roll religiously for half an hour before every single leg day. If I have hip flexor pain, this gets rid of it. If I have knee pain, this gets rid of it. This also helps me optimize my form. I can get into a better squat stance. Think of your muscles like jeans. If your muscles get really, really tight, and trying to squat with tight ass muscles, it's like trying to squat with tight jeans. You can't get into a proper position. That's why if you've ever squatted and you feel a burn in your lower back's taking over, because you're not in the proper position, your muscles aren't activated properly in a squat. If you have knee pain in one side, it's probably because one leg's compensating and taking most of the lift because you can't get into a proper position and engage the muscles because you're tight. Muscles get so tight, we don't realize it because it's not super obvious until you try foam rolling and you realize how much better your squats feel and move. When I foam roll, I mentally divide the quad up into 3 sections, starting with the outside section, the center of the quad, the inside of the quad, roll down to the vastus medialis. First thing I do is the outside of the leg. So you want to lay flat on your stomach and then kind of pivot outwards. So you're not completely on your hip, you're still mostly to the front, but you're definitely on the outside of your quad. And then you're just rolling down the outside of the quad. This part might hurt. And when you first start this, you never foam rolled and you're tight as hell, it's gonna be excruciating. You gotta literally breathe to get through. You might have to pause a couple of times if you're really, really tight. But then after a little while, you'll be able to roll over it with no problem. That means you're nice and loose, and then you can see just how bad off you were. Then I pivot to the center, completely square with the ground, and just roll over the center, keeping your quad completely centered. Heel should be basically up and down behind you. Roll that hip flexion. Those get really, really, really tight. When those get tight, they can not only hurt themselves, but they pull on your quad, which can give you quad pain. It pulls all the way onto your vastus medialis, your knee, that can give you patella tendon pain. It all connects down like a chain. Last step, pivot, get the inside of the quad all the way down to the vastus medialis, that teardrop, and repeat this as many times as you need to until the muscles feel a little bit looser, it doesn't hurt so much. And you should feel an immediate difference. If you go to do just a body weight squat before and afterwards you'll feel it. Like your knees just feel nice and fluid. You can sit right into position. The Mava foam roller comes equipped with 2 balls. One is a spiky one, and the other one's more or less the classic lacrosse ball style ball. The lacrosse ball is the one I use for my scapula, my upper back. This has saved me with benching. Anytime I've had shoulder pain, pec pain, anything up in this region hurting from my bench, or bench just isn't feeling as good, like I can't get into as tight a position, spend some time rolling my shoulder blades out really, really good, my traps out, upper back out, even down underneath the lat out with this bad boy. Suddenly bench feels fluid and everything feels fantastic. Again guys, this is a Mava foam roller. It comes equipped with the 2 rolling balls, which is perfect. This is everything you need. I put the link for these bad boys in the info box below. They did hook this video up with a discount code. Use the code Wright30 and you get 30% off of this. So grab one of these right now. Start foam rolling religiously before leg days. Thank me later. I warm up with a heavy single, easy heavy single. It makes the working sets of 8 feel a lot lighter when you go back down to weight. Dropping down to sets of 8, lightweight, 295. I try to keep it beltless when I'm under 315. I did it last week, but my back is toasted from heavy deadlifts and squats this week, so I'm using the belt. These sets of 8 kill me. My legs feel like jello. Am I the only one out there who avoids the leg press at all costs just because I don't want to have to load all the plates up and unload all the plates? Leg press is great, man. I used to use it back in the day, but it's like you gotta use 14 different plates per side just to get a good ass heavy lift. This whole training fasted thing, I'm definitely getting used to it. I feel a lot better in the gym now after 2 weeks of it, but it's still an adjustment. I'm used to eating big ass meals before I come to the gym. What'd you just get in?
So I got the Captains of Crush.
Captains of Crush.
Captains of Crush rippers, man.
So how do these work? There's 1, 2, 3.
And actually there's 4 too.
There's 4?
Yeah, number 1 is 140 pounds of force. Number 2 is 198 pounds. And number 3 is 338 pounds.
And what? There's only 2 people in the world that have done the 4th one, right?
2 people in the world have done the 4th one. And you can get your certification if you close the 3.
The 3? Yep. And then what do they say about 2?
So two, they really say nothing about. Number 1 though, they say your average like gym lifter can't close it.
Can't close a 1.
I can't close a 1. I can't do it.
Let's try it.
Close, bro.
Regrip that. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
That's touching.
It's close.
That's touching.
It's touching, kinda.
Was this a 2?
Be surprised like how like picky these people are.
Yeah, I guess so. Holy shit.
Yeah, holy shit is right.
God.
Yeah.
That 2's hard.
I'm gonna give a month free to anyone that closes to 3.
I have the tiniest hands.
Dude, so do I. I'm screwed. Yeah, dude.
That's hard, dude.
It's crazy, isn't
Can I
it?
close one with my left hand?
Bro, I don't know.
I can't even grip. It keeps sliding. Hold on.
Grab some chalk.
Right there. That's close. Hit that. Later, dude. See ya.
Aside from my soul.
Let's get to it, guys. You're seeing this on the 2-week mark, but what you're actually looking at is a week and a half of dieting. This was filmed on Wednesday of week 2. If I filmed an update today on exactly 2 weeks, you wouldn't see it until almost 3 weeks in because of my upload schedule. But I want to give you guys something. This was filmed fasted. I hadn't eaten. It was about 3 p.m. and after a low carb day. And I'll discuss the low carb days in another video. But feeling pretty damn good. After a week and a half, I'm down from over 200 pounds to 192 in the morning. A lot of the bloat's going away. I'm starting to see lines and shape pop through. And I'm feeling fantastic. So I'm going to treat this thing like a marathon. Slow and steady keeps the mass and the strength up while you're cutting. If you try to rush a cut and drop weight immediately, that's how you end up losing size and strength. So stay tuned, guys. Week and a half down. Oh, never sleep on the game changers. My weekly ritual is every time the weekend rolls around, I grab 2 of these bad boys for the Saturday and Sunday that I do not train and therefore do not take pre-workout. This is my weekend caffeine. I got a bunch of pre-workout and creatine in the mail from RevTech, and I'm giving it away. All of this I'm giving to you guys. I host bi-weekly giveaways on my Twitter, so follow me on Twitter. Every 2 weeks I host a giveaway, select random winners. I gotta get a picture for the giveaway before it rains. Come on, connect. There we go. Gotta connect Wi-Fi to the phone for this camera. Turns into a timer and sends everything to your phone.
There goes a sight from my soul.
And now I can just save it to my phone and bam. Saved. So I'm giving away a full stack here. I'm giving away a pre-workout and a creatine stacked together to 3 different people. I'm picking 2 winners on Instagram. I'm picking 1 winner on Twitter. You can enter both competitions. The same person can win both Twitter and Instagram because it's a random selection. So there's no rules here holding that. Go now. Both of these are up. Good luck. Bro, no freaking views for these last 2 videos. So disheartening. These are alright. 25, 35 range. I understand that I fell off over the last year, and I own that. Completely my own fault and responsibility. So it's my job now to show and prove to people that there's a reason worth watching again, right? So I understand views are not going to be like what they were back in the comeback series days. That first episode broke like 100,000 the first few days, and then every episode after that averaged 50 to 60,000 views. That was great. I know I can't just expect that right away. I gotta work and show people that there's something worth watching. I gotta bring the people back, which is why I'm busting my ass. But man, just between you and me, It is incredibly disheartening when you spend like days running around filming and then hours and hours and hours late in the night editing a video, and you fucking feel like you made this masterpiece and you go and upload it and it's covering something really important and then just duds in views. But we will keep plugging along, and I'm going to transform and then bring you guys with me on the journey, and hopefully things will turn up. I appreciate those of you watching religiously every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning, 9 a.m., new video. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Stay tuned.